is how get good. Also, one thing they have to remember in the base, as you can see, you do have to sort of take a step back there to make sure that you don't get killed instantly. Just a little bit of information. Also here, as you can see, when you're using two hands on a certain weapon, you want to basically stay in the air as long as you can. And if you can, get a cheeky kill or two from the very beginning, right around spawns, that sort of thing. Also, as you can see there, you should not be sitting in one certain location as you are moving around or just staying in one spawn, because that does wear out really fast, honestly. I feel like that should actually be lengthened a little bit, like the spawn time, but whatever, we'll see. As you can see there, I was running right along the wall. Being directly on the wall like that is very helpful for gaining speed, especially while dashing at the same time. It just really helps with general mobility, as well as one thing that you may have noticed by this point is I barely ever touch the ground. So when you do touch the ground, you want to be able to have your knife out or some sort of close range weapon like a shotgun, as you can see there. It's a lot more helpful than a longer range weapon than the sniper, unless you have a very specific skill set built around that, which not gonna hold against you. Also, in these longer hallways, it's okay to sort of duck ever so slightly, like into a certain location. Also, when you are going through those long hallways, remember to glide and keep an eye on your glide meter, jetpack meter. By that I mean, this jetpack meter does eventually become second nature to you, but for the first start of the game, it just becomes very clunky for very beginners. But if you are able to keep an eye on it, it eventually becomes second nature, and your brain slowly gets used to it. Sort of becomes muscle memory, sort of like reloading there. Also, if you are in a certain location with people sort of chasing you around, you want to be hopping between the walls there to make sure that they cannot get a good sightline on you. Never be staying in one location or moving in a straight line, as you can see there. I was very lucky not to be able to get shot there. Also, if you are low on something, if you are low on ammo, and right about to kill somebody, do not try and reload your weapon. If it is something that does like a magazine reload, like the sniper, SMG, rifle, that sort of thing, I would much rather recommend using like a quick switch in that situation, which it helps, but yeah, we'll see. Also, with that situation there, you always want to be above your enemy, because then the head has a higher likelihood of being hit instead of just the main body there. Also, you want to be constantly turning around, and you don't want to be using the flick turn or the snap turn or the smooth turning, really, unless you have some sort of motion sickness. I would recommend naturally physically turning around, as that does just quicken up the speed for being able to look around you, which is very vital in this game, because you do not want to be surrounded by people at times. So yeah. As you can see there, when you do trade with somebody, you always want to get out there before they do, so then you can, especially if they are around your level, you want to be out there first, taking out as many people as you can before they get there and take any of those kills. So with that, I will cut here and go on to the next clip that I feel is helpful. Alright, right about here, in one moment, you'll see, there it is. Notice how with that shot, I was constantly fleeing off even like the thinnest pillars, like that main pillar there, to be able to keep movement. Even though you may think of wall running as, wall running in the traditional sense, in this game you have to be able to basically keep flicking. It's less wall running, more wall flicking. And when you go for a wall flick, you don't want to like actually grab onto the wall, really. you want to momentarily tap the grip trigger at the exact same time as your hand is in the wall. So that's just a little bit of a suggestion. Also, if you are going down a long hallway and are out of jetpack and have to wall run, I would recommend small, short tosses of yourself instead of one or two big throws. It just, to me, speeds up your movement, and as long as you're using a one-handed weapon, it doesn't necessarily harm you that bad. Also, like you said, you always want to be above people. Also here, one moment, you should be able to see what it is again. You never be afraid to look up. That's one thing that a lot of people have trouble with in this game, is looking up for some reason. I'm not sure why, but people just seem to not like to look up in this game. And you can really use that to your advantage, and to basically surprise anybody that is trying to kill you from above. Just look up is my largest suggestion to you. I'm not sure why people wouldn't go with the look up suggestion, but it's probably the simplest thing to introduce to your games. But yeah, basically make sure that you look up, stay above people because they won't look up, and that is really covering a lot of the bases. Also, when you are going down through these door frames, one important thing that I've found is basically to grab onto the door frame and basically almost swing you around the door frame, which sort of builds up momentum and adds to a little bit of speed while moving through the map, which really helps you out a lot, especially like say you're going around a corner and then there's like a group of players there. You're able to just get right behind them instantly and be able to hopefully get rid of them quickly. Let's move on. This pretty much covers my entire set for tips in this game, but always remember, be a menace to society. Good luck.